Hey guys, it's me, EOD here. In this video, I'm going to be applying my professional finance world trading abilities into Steam. And in this specific example, I want to pitch to you how you can make money trading, investing in DOTA 2 items. I'll be sharing with you my thought process. I have already bought a few of them. I'm likely going to buy more. In this video, it does require, and a huge disclaimer, it does require a bit of investment. You can't do it as a free-to-play player, definitely. If you're interested in growing your stash to a larger amount, like $3, slowly working your way up, you can check out the other videos on our channel. But this video, even if you don't have the money, is very important because every year, the same strategy can be applied. And the moment you have the access to it, you can use it and make good money for yourself with a few key things that I want you to know of so you can minimize your downside risk and maximize your gains. Now, first things first. Out of all of these treasures here, the lower tier ones, if you're interested to know, like, what is the expected return EOD? How much money can I make if I spend like $3.30 here? How much money do I expect to get in return if I do like $200? We have done the experiment on the channel. You can check it out if you're interested. But in this video, the one that really attracts me the most is not cheap, but it's a yearly thing, Treasure of Crimson Weakness. Now, you're seeing this huge dollar value, $200+. You can't afford this EOD. Don't worry, every year it comes back. If you apply our strategies on the channel which we share about, you will slowly grow your stash in this like safe trading method we teach you. So check out the other videos on the channel if you have a smaller amount. This video is going to be very important because if you know the tips now we are already maybe a little bit late. There's a better opportunity we could have purchased at a much lower price. Next year, if it comes back, you can find the nice price, you purchase it, and you make a lot more money. That's why this video is going to be important for you to know, even though you don't have $216 right now as well. First of all, why Treasure of Crimson Weakness EOD out of all the sets in the game is so expensive? Number one, not because of price, it's scarcity. How do you get Treasure of the Crimson Weakness? You have to actually attend the event of the International, which happens once a year. Is a very, very big Dota event. It has happened for like more than a decade already, every single year. Treasure of Crimson Weakness is dropped by random to someone watching the live event of any match and witnessing First Blood. The redness of all these gears actually to like celebrate the First Blood icons, and I think this is like very, very interesting because not only is it rare, is also very nice in demand. Some skins, for example, let me just show you this Luna one here, which is going for like 50% more than the actual price of the treasure. So not only like scarcity is one thing, right? We also need to know the demand. Luna, by nature in the game, is a very popular character. You don't even need to play Dota 2 to know, but exactly, because she's a position 1 character. And you can see over here, you can see the cosmetics. This red glaze over here is very different from the one that she normally shoots out. So if you are trying to buy a nice skin, this is something that definitely stands out straight away. You have beautiful, beautiful animations at this, and this definitely increases the value of your items. So demand aside, all of them have a little bit of effects, and they all do very well. You can see even in the early days, this is already doing very well, 50% more on a popular character. Each of them, of course, have their own prices out of all of them. But then the question would then become, EOD, do I buy the treasure or do I buy the different skins? We'll answer that in a bit, but let me just show you some historic trends of what it is like for the Treasure of Crimson Weakness 2024 so that you can apply it whenever you want to have a better opportunity next year. So, event was released on 13th of September this year, 2024. It started going down because as more and more people watch the live events, which means you have to fly to wherever it is, a plane flight to there, buy the ticket, attend the event live with an RNG chance of getting it. And then on the 15th of September was when the final ended. The final was crowned. So you can see here, this was like the supply all-time high, right? Because after the event ended, which is roughly around like this time, I guess, once the international person was crowned after the First Blood of the final gleam was gone, no more of these 2024 treasures ever again is limited edition. Then you can see that it started to go up. It had a double bottom here of around the same price, which created a nice floor for any of you technical traders. But the third bottom over here that you saw is a much higher floor compared to these two. It's definitely because of lack of supply already. Because no one has this thing gotten on 16th of September. There's no additional supply. So it's probably traders who bought at a low, trying to sell it, or other people who are just waiting to find a better price. But from here onwards, it likely will increase. And the best way we can see like a previous trend of this is looking at last year's treasure. Something that looks like a 2023 one, which is actually one of the shittiest performance, and I'll explain why in a bit, and that will touch on with like individual sets or the treasure itself. So you can see, even one of the shittiest sets over here, you have something like this. Let me go to lifetime value. It came down somewhere around here. This is the 2023 Witness treasure. Came down to here, and then it started to go up. And then of course, it went up to 260. So if you bought it around like, let's say you have this around similar trend, double bottom here, or a single bottom rather, almost close. So you have bought it at 203. You had the opportunity to sell it at 250. Even minusing the Steam tax of 15% is roughly around like $30. You still make like 10% off of just the treasure alone if you hold it for half a year, from October all the way to like May, June period, half a year, or maybe slightly more than that. You can make 10% of it if you don't open the treasure as well. So that is an example. Why then did some treasures perform better than others? Let me just show you some other ones that performed better in the past. This is 2021, just a couple of years ago. This is $500. You have other ones, for example, like your slightly longer ones, 2018. This is $1,400. Of course, it could be that someone is just like bumping up the marketplace, but we can see this. We want to see transactions. We don't just want to see like the sale amount. So if I come into the screen on Steam here and you go down and you see like lifetime value, you can actually see there are transactions of people buying this treasure at $1,000. So it's not as if someone just trying to like list the thing and no one is buying. It really goes at like 1,500, 1,200, 1,200, all of these. So very, very huge spike. And it slowly grew up over time, especially if he has a good set inside. So how do you determine, and now we come to the next part, individual sets or set investment. One of the key things about the sets that you need to know for Crimson Weakness is you have roughly an even probability to get any of the sets inside, which means the more desirable sets in a set, the better the treasure performs over time. 2023 one, we can see, let's just go up to this one over here, which was the one that performed the shittiest, right? Because we want to know the downside risk, the one that performs the worst. And of course, there are some other downside risks, like let's say there was a bug in the event, everyone got it, which one year, I think it was the Shanghai event, that people got many of it for free, so that year it tanked a little bit. But for this one, you can see, out of all of this, the only like popular hard carry kind of character is probably Templar Assassin, maybe Nature's Prophet, but the TA one over here is going for 255, which is $30 higher than the treasure of Crimson Weakness. The rest of them, not so good. Darkseers are not too bad because it's a pretty nice design, 240, slightly higher than the price. But other than that, all of them are off-laners. Off-laner here, off-laner here, arguably off-laner support or mid-laner here for Enchantress. You have Nature's Prophet, Witch Doctor, which this is a support. This one is probably like a decent alternative, which is going in 260, one of the highest as well. So popular characters, popular sets, DPS characters tend to do better. And this is why this set didn't really do so well. Out of all 7 characters that you get, more often than not, you get shitty rolls. You don't really get anything good. Even the best ones aren't too attractive. And then we compare to something that's performed really well. So you see here, this one's like $1,400. This one is like $1,800, 2017. So 2 treasures have the tendency to outperform, which means you could have your $200, $300 becoming $1,000 plus. An example of why this is really good, you have 2 hard carries here, same as the Lunar for 2024. This one is the Spectre, which is going for $1,800 for the treasure, roughly around the same price. But the one that is the standout winner that everyone wants is the Faceless Void one, which is going for 2.3k in the market as well. Your other ones, like for example, this Viper one, not doing so well, $500, and as well as your Treant Protector, which is a support, $400. Bristleback here, about $600. So you can see that people are sniping these 2, and the rest of them, they don't really care. So you have a 25% chance if it's a 5 set to get the one that you want. The rest of them underperform significantly. But the reason why this treasure of Crimson Weakness is held up is because of the valuable sets over here. So then we take that into example, a comparison of one shitty one, one positive one, and we take it now into this year's treasure so we can try to estimate the trends of how this will perform. Whether is it bad, is it good? Out of all of these 5 characters, the ones that were better probably is like Templar Assassin in last year's set, which was one of the shittiest. This one you can see is going slightly less than the set price, which means it's not the chase in this treasure, not what people are looking for. The chase in this treasure is Lunar as well as Night Stalker. Night Stalker, you can see here, is 244, which is slightly higher than the current set price. This is an off-laner, this is a mid-laner or carry. This one is definitely a hard carry. So high tendency for this one to perform similar to the likes of other hard carries like the Spectre, Faceless Void one that we've seen. Very, very good prices as well. Even the 2018 one, the Juggernaut, Riki Maru, all did very, very well. So Luna here, you can see this is the chase. It's going at almost a 50% premium to the current set price. However well the treasure does, Luna likely will keep outperforming because this is the one that everyone wants. I'm not even involved in the market. I'm not planning to sell it. I'm hoping to sell at least at $600, $700. Otherwise, I'm happy to just hold it and use it as my skin for now. That is the plan that I have. So long story short, what am I looking out for? I look for scarcity. Treasure of Crimson Weakness is definitely very valuable. If you can get it at a low price next year, definitely do it. If you apply the strategies on our channel, you will be able to save the amount of money. And other than that, if you have a good sets, generally like out of all of them, a large majority are very attractive. Like this year's one, 2014, is very attractive because you have 1, 2, 3 that are going either at break-even price or slightly outperforming. That's when the treasure itself becomes very valuable and likely will increase in a lot of value. The worst, of course, is Meepo, that you practically lose like half of your amount. But every set always has its losers, as we saw like the Viper one that we saw in the 2017. Some of them, like the treasure is going for 1.8k, the skin is going for 400. So you naturally are going to get carried up by the set itself also. So I think this is a definitely worth it investment for any of you who have the money. I will likely be buying one more of this just to invest as well. I'm holding the best in class already for Luna for this set, and I'm just going to hold it and ride it out. And if you appreciate this content, do check out our other investment ideas on the channel. $200 might be steep for some, and there are definitely other opportunities that are available for you regardless of your price entry point, and that's why we touch on the channel. Hope you guys found this video interesting and helpful. Like and subscribe for more such future content. If you made money from this video as well, sometime in future you come back, do let us know, give us a like,